cat stories, how my missing Sylvester cat came home. The story that prompted us to start this video to help others find their lost cats and prevent their cats from going missing. Sylvester is one of my cats, the smaller of two siblings. He has a brother named Kitty, who was the only other kitten in the litter. We took them both when they were 8 weeks old and have absolutely adored them since. We did all the things that a responsible pet owner does. They were both neutered, chipped and vaccinated. We got regular flea and worm treatments. We started letting them out from about 7 months old. Sylvester and Kitty look the same, tiny and black. They loved talking to me and I would meow back. We'd have great conversations. Their purr was like a motor and almost constant because they were always happy. They liked lying on my lap and snuggling with me. They loved getting petted and doted on. They were my little fur balls of love, goofiness and happiness. Sylvester loved exploring, whereas Kitty loved to sit somewhere quiet. One day, my Sylvester disappeared. I came home from work at about 5 p.m. as usual and went for a little lie down. Shortly, my partner came home and so did Kitty. Kitty came trotting upstairs. "Where's Sylvester? Is he up with you?" I heard him shout. "Not up here," I replied, before rushing downstairs. It's not normal for Sylvester not to be so close by, or for him not to come back after being called. I went out into the garden with my partner and we both hunted high and low. Absolutely no sign of him. We searched every possible location where a cat could hide. Nothing. I checked our friendly animal-friendly neighbor's garden. Nothing. This went on for several hours before we resigned ourselves to the fact that he wasn't coming back this evening. I succumbed to exhaustion at about 1 a.m. Sylvester was nowhere to be seen or heard. What a disaster! I didn't know where my beloved cat was. He disappeared without a trace. First night. I woke suddenly at 3 a.m., took a breath and paused for a moment before the severity of the reality of the situation hit me. My Sylvester is missing. I went downstairs and eagerly opened the back sliding door. The sound of the door opening caused Kitty to come running. "Can't let him out now. Sorry, Kitty." I called softly, very aware that it was around 3 a.m. in the morning. "Sylvester! Sylvester!" slightly louder. I was greeted with nothing. I closed the sliding door and walked away, before turning back and opening it again. I can't give up hope now. Again and again I repeated the same thing, but my calls were greeted with nothing. I put on my shoes and walked around the garden, armed with my phone's torch and a half-empty packet of Dreamies. Where is he? I heard a rustling in the trees, just the wind. Was that the mowing I hear in the distance? Couldn't be sure. What could I do now? I decided that there was nothing I could do right now. I went inside. Kitty was pacing, so I picked him up. He settled in my arms for about 5 seconds, then jumped down again. He ran to the glass door. What could it be? Did he see something? No, it was a moth, drawn to the light in the everlasting darkness of the night outside. It was drawn to the light and Kitty was drawn to its flutter, and I was drawn to Kitty's sudden interest. His excitement sparked mine, but resulted in nothing. It went away just like the moth. I let my tears fall, gave rubs and pets to Kitty, and eventually went to bed at 4:45 a.m. One final check, then went to bed and tried to sleep. Day 1. When I woke, I looked out of the window and saw a few people gardening outside their homes. I went down, took my coat, because it just started raining gently. I hopped over the neighbor's wall and called to the man who was working in his garden. "Excuse me." He looked up. "I live just over there," and I vaguely pointed towards my house. "My cat, he's quite a big black cat. I can't find him. Please, could you keep an eye out for him?" The middle-aged man paused, and he said he didn't see my cat, but he would keep an eye out for him. I went indoors and opened my laptop to continue working, but how am I supposed to concentrate on anything besides Sylvester?